we'll check out Dallas Fan Days.
We'll have highlights from Unite for Troops 2019.
And we'll rediscover Bruno's Restaurante.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to About Town. I'm Brett Wheeler.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman. I talked Brett into coming back. I can barely believe it.
Kathy, I'm so excited to be here. I just want to jump right into it.
All right, well then let's do this show.
Absolutely.
Glad you're here, and we're glad that you could be here for news on Irving Police and Fire's Blue Christmas.
We'll also have the scoop on the holiday extravaganza with the Irving events team.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know about a community event you'd like to promote on the show or a story you'd like to see.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
Fans of comics, horror, sci-fi, and anime descended on the Irving Convention Center for 3 days of cosplay, celebrities, merchandise, and more. It was Dallas Fan Days, and Susan says it was the place to be to get your full fangirl or fanboy on.
Heroes?
See, I'm the guy who killed Thanos. Did you kill Thanos? I don't think you killed Thanos. I killed him.
And villains.
I spend a lot of time alone waiting to, get my revenge on the princess.
Are amongst the many attendees at this year's Dallas Fan Days.
There's 200 vendors here this weekend, and it's everything from t-shirts, collectibles, Funko Pops, minifigs, but then Artist Alley is where you find the people that are creating something new or different, everything from inkers and illustrators right through to handcrafters. So we really have a wide range of fandoms represented at the show.
Fans roam the exhibit to look for new merchandise.
Here we have just like the little aliens from Roswell or Star Trek or Star Wars. You see the Spider-Man and Doctor Who, just the various different genres. My quilts are kind of like a passion, a love, having some issues in life, and they're just very calming. And the joy that you see people have when you hand it to them, it makes everything worth the pain of sticking yourself and bleeding.
And some fans are even looking for love.
Geek Speed Dating is an opportunity for convention goers to interact and sit down and meet other people with similar interests. Sometimes at the after parties, you'll see people who met in the sessions. I remember one convention, I think we were in Florida at the time, there was a Captain America and a Wonder Woman who I saw interacting in the session, and I saw them the next day of the con walking around together.
But Joseph Schwindeman has found something he didn't expect. As he experiences what it's like to walk without sight, he gains an understanding for those with disabilities.
Well, it was difficult walking around without being able to see, but the cane helped me a lot.
Heroic Inner Kids is a charity that helps people in need. This exercise is part of their empathy experience.
The empathy experience is intended to give children a chance to experience what it's like to be in the shoes of someone that has a difference. And by giving them that moment to touch something that is a wheelchair or a white cane or a hearing aid or something that another child might be using in class, it breaks down barriers.
Which is why Dallas Fan Days continues to be a safe space for people to be their true selves and geek out.
I really just like being among people who have the same interests, who are fans of the same stuff I'm fans of.
They're just wonderful people out here. So I've always had great experiences at Fan Days.
So you get a lot of people that maybe in their day-to-day lives just aren't feeling the love on an everyday basis. And so you come here, it is diverse, it is inclusive, and everybody gives high fives to everyone.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Get ready for the next Fan Days experience at dallasfandays.com.
Irving's biggest grassroots celebration honors veterans and servicemen and women. It's called Unite for Troops, and this year's event was one for the books. Here are some highlights.
All right, King family, welcome home.
Wow.
Earlier this year, Irving's Operation Finally Home presented retired U.S. Army Major Eric King with his new house.
This ours. We love it. Every day we're like, wow.
That act of kindness has inspired Major King to give back through his new organization.
Best What's Next was derived from, packaging all of the services and resources that's everywhere out there and bringing it to one centralized location. So at any time of the day, if you want to know what benefits are available for you, you can go to bestwhatsnext.org.
He is informing veterans about the site at Porter Army Navy's annual Unite for Troops event.
They came together a few years ago when they saw there was a need to provide care packages to our deployed soldiers all over the globe.
In addition to Major King, different vendors have come out to show their support for the troops, including a grand entrance by guests from the Troops of St. George.
So I landed early this morning. I left right at sunrise, and before anybody showed up, and there was an officer who was here making sure the area was going to be clear and secured. We cleared everything with the fire department. Everybody knew what was going on. Because typically the first thing that happens is somebody calls 911 and says, "Hey, helicopter just crashed on Irving Boulevard." No. It was planned.
Eric Cruchet doesn't fly alone, as his son rides shotgun.
It was cold.
Is it scary at all?
Not really. It's kind of surprising the first time you do it, looking out of the helicopter without any doors.
It's a flight on a MASH replica helicopter.
You know, it is 477. That's his tail number. And that's the one in the MASH unit as well. That was 477 unit number. So it's as authentic as you can get.
That the organization is raffling off in an effort to raise money for Unite for Troops.
We offer people to buy a ticket for $5, one chance to win, or 5 tickets for $20, and all that 100% goes to Unite for Troops. And if they win, whenever they're ready, they find their way to the Kavanaugh Flight Museum in Addison and get a 20 minutes to a half-hour ride.
They are also raising funds through a paintball shooting booth, as they know the importance behind every package.
It's really important for them when they're away from home to get a package from home or from an organization like this, so that they know that people are thinking of them and that people are appreciating that their sacrifice and what they're doing and where they're at when they can't be with their families.
Unite for Troops has honored veterans and those currently serving for 18 years and will continue to do so.
Today, our national anthem.
To have these type of events and bringing everybody together in one place to be able to mingle with one another, laugh and talk, share their stories, bringing the community together to let us know that we're not forgotten about.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Learn how you can help our armed forces at unitefortroops.com.
Irving's Finest team up again this year to help families in need.
Benny Renaud and Greg Spivey join us with the details. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you. It's always great to have you guys. Always great to know that you are in service again to help needy families at Christmas time. So Benny, let me start with you. How can people who are watching the show today help?
Sure. They can donate toys and food to any Irving fire station any time of the year. They're there 24 hours. And then they can support us at the pancake breakfast and the chili cook-off.
That's great, and you guys do make this so much fun. I mean, it feels so good to give.
And you mentioned the chili cook-off. Greg, could you talk about a little about what the chili cook-off involves?
Sure. We've been doing it for several years. We have chili cooks come in, and they're competing for points for Terlingua. And during the event, we have Santa Claus there. We do a cakewalk. They can come out and taste the chili. We have several vendors out there. So it's just a fun day. And then it ends right before the parade starts.
Oh, and that's downtown. Perfect. Yeah, so everybody's already down there. They can have a good time and continue on. So then the fun continues that next Saturday when you guys come out full force and start making those pancakes and waffles. Tell us about the pancakes.
Correct. December 14th from 9 to 11. People can buy pancake breakfast tickets online or at one of the fire stations. Or they could check the website for more details. And then just like at the chili cook-off, Santa Claus is there. We're making pancakes and other breakfast items and also taking donations.
That's great.
Right, and donations are such a big part of this. Greg, how can people donate?
Well, like Benny said, any fire station, you can bring a new unwrapped toy to the fire station. We need things for kids basically from birth to like 16. A lot of times we're short on some of the things for the older kids. Everybody wants to provide for the little kids. There's fun to buy the little fun toys, but it's hard to find some of those items for the older kids, but we give for them also.
You can help Irving families in need and have a great time at the Chili Cook-Off on Saturday, December 7th at 9 a.m. in Heritage Park. And you can have more fun again on Saturday, December 14th at the Pancake Breakfast, 9 a.m., Plymouth Park Baptist Church. Check out the website Irving Police and Fire, bluechristmas.org to learn more ways that you can help. And don't forget, you can drop off an unwrapped toy or a donation at any Irving fire station. Getting ready for Oscar season, Susan reviews Honey Boy and Knives Out.
Harlan started out with a Rusty Smith Corona and built himself into one of the best-selling mystery writers of all time.
30 languages, over 80 million copies sold. You guys fans?
I mean, I don't do much fiction reading myself.
Big fan. I'm a big fan.
Who is that guy?
Mr. Blanc is a private investigator of great renown.
I read a tweet about a New Yorker article about you. You're famous.
Rian Johnson, the man who brought us Looper and The Last Jedi, continues to captivate our minds with his latest movie, Knives Out, a proper whodunit film that's edgy and extremely entertaining.
The night of his demise, the family had gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. And your son, Ransom, did he attend as well?
Yes, but he left early. I think Linda was upset.
Walt would get a little Irish courage in him. He'd get into it with Harlan.
What? Richard said what?
Are you baiting me, detective?
Attempting to be thorough so we can figure out the manner of death.
You mean if someone killed him? You think one of us, one of his family,
Walt
killed him?
Mr. Blanc, I just buried my father who committed suicide. Why are you here?
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
Christopher Plummer plays Harlan Thrombey, a recently deceased wealthy crime novelist. The question is, was his death a suicide or a murder? Everyone around him has a motive, but they don't seem to have a clue. The brilliant ensemble cast of Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Toni Collette, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Michael Shannon give fantastic performances as sort of dingbat characters. Like most murder mysteries, it's best to give as little information about the plot as possible. But I'm happy to rave about the cast, including a standout performance by the film's lead, Ana de Armas. She plays an endearing and hilarious family nurse. If you haven't heard of Armas before, trust me, you won't forget her after this.
This is a twisted web, and we are not finished untangling it. Not yet.
The film follows a fairly standard murder mystery formula in its initial setup, but as the mystery begins to unfold, there will be enough twists and turns to prove nothing is what it seems. Audiences will be left guessing till the very end.
I keep waiting for the big reveal.
All of them lied to me. There is one guilty party behind it all.
You know something. Spill it. Oh my God.
Tell me what happened to my grandfather.
Knives Out showcases Rian Johnson's remarkable artistry as a writer and director. Trust me when I say it will be the most fun you'll have at the movies during this Thanksgiving break. Now on to another film I've cherished this season, Shia LaBeouf's newest feature, Honey Boy. Based on LaBeouf's own childhood experiences, we're shown a brave interpretation during the actor's big break on Even Stevens, and what was happening behind the scenes while living in a motel with his bullying father.
What am I being arrested for, huh? You think you're hot because you don't know how good I am at what I do. I see you. Concentrate real hard. Be a 12-year-old. Pie fight. Ugh.
It's not a pie fight.
Think it through. What's your mother got a job for?
Just in case.
In case what? In case you fail. In case it don't work out. Yes, man. She's filling your head full of fear. I pump you full of strength. Because we're on a team, and I know you got what it takes. You're a star, and I know it. That's why I'm here.
It's no secret that Shia LaBeouf faced drinking and driving charges at the prime of his stardom. He was eventually sent to court-ordered rehab, and it was there that he wrote the script for Honey Boy after being asked to write about the source of his issues. Upon discovering the trauma from his dad, LaBeouf not only wrote a raw story about his past, but he dares to play his own emotionally abusive father. Noah Jupe beautifully plays a 12-year-old Shia who is renamed Otis in the film, while Lucas Hedges embodies and proficiently vocalizes him as an adult. I've never seen a film like this before. LaBeouf is allowing us into a bittersweet time in his life that's relatable for anyone who's ached for approval and unconditional love from their father.
Don't expect a bunch of fictional drama for entertainment purposes. You're witnessing a real dysfunctional relationship between father and son, and it's absolutely riveting.
No, you didn't.
Jen?
No, you did not.
50
And you had the 6. God, I knew it too. I knew you had it. I knew it. I saw it on your face. Put it down. 86.
I'm getting better.
Because you're
Learning
lying.
to lie.
Yeah, well, you lie for a living, Poopa.
Honey Boy is a therapy session we have no business sitting in on, but we're grateful for the visit. It's intense, it's powerful, and it's an all-around great film. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
You have good instincts.
I have good instincts?
Yeah, you
I got
have
rodeo
good
clown instincts, so I could never make it in Hollywood.
You could if you started when I did.
How do you think it feels to have my son paying me? How do you think that feels?
You wouldn't be here if I didn't pay you.
Honey Boy streams on Amazon Prime, and Knives Out is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall and Alamo Drafthouse Cinema Las Colinas. The holiday season is upon us, and with it, lots of community-wide celebrating.
Amy Kincaid and Holly Norman are here with the details on this year's holiday extravaganza. Welcome.
It's always great to see the A-Team.
Yes,
That's
good
all
to
I
see
can
you
say.
guys.
Yeah, good to
Thank
see
you.
you too. So, first off, what's the theme for this year's holiday extravaganza?
The theme for this year is Santa's Workshop in the North Pole. So we're piggybacking from last year's North Pole. So now it's the Santa's Workshop in the North Pole.
Aha, I sense a trend developing
Yes.
here. It sounds like a fun theme. It really
It's
does.
fun, and I think that people will enjoy building their floats or their entries based on that theme.
All right, great.
And Holly, what sort of things can people really look forward to this year?
So talking about the parade, we're super excited to see the floats that they will be entering in, because that's the theme of the Santa's Workshop, and we are starting it a little bit later this year, so lights are the big thing. So that'll complement, like you were saying, Centennial Park with the lights downtown. They'll get to decorate their floats with the lights.
Oh, nothing like Christmas lights. I mean, that's the thing that sort of lets everybody know, okay, it's time to start celebrating.
Yes.
So about the parade, can people still register?
Absolutely. People can apply online at irvingevents.org. We're taking the parade applications through Wednesday, November 27th at 5 p.m. So absolutely, they can go online and sign up.
Fantastic. Let's get out there and get those lights on those parade floats, yes?
Absolutely. And after that, the party's not over. There's more stuff going on at City Hall, right, Holly?
We're going to have some shows on stage, and we'll also have the children's area, games, crafts, hot chocolate, some food vendors. So a lot of fun to be had over. And then, of course, the tree lighting and the fireworks show at 7.
Yeah, can't miss that.
Cannot miss that.
And one thing to add is hot chocolate is free while supplies last. So make sure to get there early and get your free hot chocolate.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So any other details that viewers need to know about, I mean, for the parade, parking, any of that information?
Just come ready for a great time. I would suggest parking in the parking lots, just the public parking lots. You can also park near Heritage Park and walk over from there. So lots of different parking opportunities.
Fantastic. So folks, start your holiday celebration out right with the parade at 5 p.m. in downtown Irving, and directly following that, the program on the East Lawn at City Hall on Saturday, December 7th. See you there.
There's a place to go in Irving for delicious Italian food and the bonus of an amazing view. This week, Susan travels to Valley Ranch to rediscover Bruno's Ristorante.
A whole Dover sole is being deboned and served tableside to customers.
It's one of the nicest, seafood dishes that we have.
Bruno's Ristorante is preparing some of their most flavorful Italian dishes.
Chilean sea bass with a risotto. And then we'll have some shrimp napolitana, which is like a shrimp scampi over a bed of linguine. And we'll get a veal piccata, or limon, they call it, lemon, white wine, and capers. And we'll finish it with chicken marsala, which is one of our popular dishes.
Located on MacArthur Boulevard, right by the canals, Bruno's is a hidden gem.
We opened up the restaurant 30 years ago on, I believe it was June 11, 1989.
On his way to catch a flight, Bruno had coincidentally discovered the site.
For some reason, I just went by MacArthur, which at that time was only one-lane road, and I liked the place. It reminded me in Venice of the canal, with the canal view and stuff, and I said, you know, how about if I go ahead and open up a restaurant here?
The view of the canals and intimate setting also makes for a romantic and entertaining dining experience.
A lot of people come down here for their anniversaries, for their birthdays, and also business parties, so it's a great place to come and enjoy and have fun.
The atmosphere is desirable, but customers keep returning for Bruno's hospitality and their mouth-watering food.
Everything is prepared fresh. I mean, we don't have anything done before. When the customer comes, then we try to take care of the best that we can, and then we start the food, the dish from scratch.
Along with their fresh and savory entrees, Bruno's has delicious desserts like tiramisu and flambéed creme brulee. After 30 years in Irving, Bruno is grateful to have his business and home be a part of a city he values.
It's a great place to live, great place to raise families also, and it's like a hidden gem also. It's like between 635 and 121 and 35, so you're like secluded but still close by the airport. It's a great location, and it's been great for me and my family and my kids.
In honor of their 30-year anniversary, you can get 20% off your lunch or dinner from now till the end of December. So, if you have yet to dine there, rediscover Bruno's Ristorante's Taste of Italy. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Bruno's is located at 9462 North MacArthur Boulevard in Valley Ranch. Learn more at brunosrestaurante.com.
Photographer Ed Wheeler's sense of humor and love of artistic masterpieces is on full display in the exhibit Ed Wheeler, Santa Classics. The exhibit continues in Carpenter Lobby through January 26, 2020. Here's a look and a list of other fun ways for you to find the holiday spirit about town. And here are some other happy discoveries happening about town. Momentum Dance Company presents The Nutcracker November 29th through December 1st in Carpenter Hall.
The Irving Arts Center invites everyone to the 27th Annual Holiday Open House, a holiday of masterpieces. It's Friday, December 6th at 5:30 p.m.
The South Irving Library celebrates the holidays and classic literature at Lit's Alive, the Little Women's Christmas, on Saturday, December 7th at 6:30 p.m. Call 972-721-2606 for more information.
And Irving Parks and Recreation lights up the night at Centennial Park with the annual Holiday Lights display, December 7th through the 25th. For more information, call 972-721-2501. And for tickets to all events at the Irving Arts Center, call 972-252-ARTS. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thank you so much for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for a look at the Black Collar Affair and the Irving Schools Foundation Gala, Queen of the Nile.
Also, we'll have highlights from the 3 Redneck Tenor concert presented by the Entertainment Series of Irving.
We'll leave you tonight with a look at the tenors in performance November 10th. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Brett Wheeler. Have a great evening. About Town.
Je suis enchanté, happy to see